It's the unity of you. I can say yang
I like that last part. Said we got this. Yeah. Let me see if Shekina's made it in yet. No, she hasn't. Okay, let me just message her. We may have a mix up here. Let's see. Sorry about the delay. How's it going, everybody? We got 2 more shows later on today. Thank you, everybody, for coming in from YouTube. Starting to get a lot of subscribers on YouTube. If you haven't been over there to Soldier One Studios, we'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe to us. I'm not really sure what's happening with Shekina, but I'm going to play something else that she sent over a bracelet to Morgan. She put it up in Solargy. I saw Morgan put a post up. Anyway, there's a song that goes with it. So let me just play. Oh, wait. She might be here. Let's see. Is that her? Yeah. All right. Here we go. We always have a slow start with Shekina. You gotta love her. Shekina, I can hear you, but your video's not on. Do you see the little thing come up that says start your video? There you go. Say something. Uh-oh, you're muted. You're muted. Yeah. You're not muted on this end, but you're muted on your end somehow. It's okay. We'll get there. This always happens.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, good.
We have a connection.
Okay.
Yeah. So that Sedona Angel that I just played, Tim sent me a couple of emails in it. Hang on, I think I got it right here. Yeah, here it is. Sedona Angel. It's been added to the Media Base AC radio, but he sent me another one just recently. Tim, you know Tim, right? Tim Smith.
Yes, I know Tim. Yeah.
Okay, Sedona Angel is, let's see what he said. Oh God, I don't see the message. Here we go. So it's something about the most added song on, I believe it was the adult listening. It's the most added song, Sedona Angel.
Contemporary radio?
Yeah, something like that. I can't find the message now. But anyway, so what's happening? How's it going? What's going on? How you been?
It's always, it's truly good to see you, good to connect with you. We need these connections. We're connecting anyway on a lot of levels right now. It's such a really powerful, significant time, as you know.
Yeah.
I talked to Morgan a little bit, messenger her, and she got her bracelet. That's,
yeah, I've got that song ready.
yeah, you can share it because it's it's part of the sistership,
Yeah.
and it was, and I created that particular bracelet for her, and that's how it came out with the Blu-ray. But it's a way that I can connect more to those other realms and those other fields. That's why I started making these bracelets. I wanted to feel closer to those aspects of my divinity that I was longing for, and that's a part of me. And so that's the mermaid. I'm a mermaid. I'm also a fairy. I'm also an angel. I'm part of the seraphims as well, and I love the unicorns. And right now, those realms that are a part of Earth, the Earth spirit of life, are, I think, and probably experiencing this too, maybe through the dragons, are really reaching out and are really, really powerful at this time. And it's like a remembrance of our own times, of our connections, of our essence, and of Mother Earth Gaia. And these bracelets, I started making these bracelets, the mermaids, the golden unicorn, the Blu-ray, the Sisters of the Sacred Rose, angelic mermaid, because I wanted to feel that that stronger connection within my own being. And because I had that, because I had last year at this time was different, Todd, as you know.
Yeah.
And there's always the Sedona Cosmic Awakening Conference. And of course it was canceled this year, and it's supposed to be next week. And last year, Kimberly and I were at the conference, and that's when I had that really significant experience of this Deva. It's like a Deva angel that embodied me. And after that, and I sang her tones for the people. But after that happened to me, and I'm realizing more now, I changed. It was almost like, it was not as much, but it was similar to having like a near-death experience, because afterwards I instantly changed. And now I am so much spiritual, wants to say more divinely human, because it's, I have more of a connection now that's so real to the Mother Earth Gaia, to the sylphs, to the devas, to the to all of those fields of energies, and they're like right with me. And so the bracelets, and I realized that I have this ability, I guess you would say, right? But we all have it, right? Like, these are some of the disconnections of our divine original blueprint that are coming back online. And each of us, you know, has a different aspect of that. And that's why they're connected to certain, and even the star systems, like, you know, Sirius is quite a water, blue ray, I think, field of energy, celestial planetary energy. And they have anchors here upon the planet, and that's the dolphins.
Yeah.
And so we're awakening those aspects within our divine original blueprint. And that's some aspects that I am a part of, is that total, and because it comes to the empathic way, though, the ultra sensitive empath, it comes from that field of my just sense and knowing and connection to connect with those divine spirits. And I feel them physically in their presence, and I experience their energy. And so when I make a bracelet, I allow that, you know, energy, it's like an amulet, or like the Sedona angel, to infuse with the essence here. So, because it has an anchor, like this physicality is an anchor, or the Sedona angel is an anchor for that presence. Just like we're a vehicle, our body is a template of a presence to I mean, we're so much more than that, but that have that ability, that natural ability to tune in and to connect and bring all those energies, all those realms, all those dimensions within our template.
Yeah.
And that was, and so her song, that song,
So
I held her bracelet.
Okay. And did it come through then, or how did that happen?
Immediately. Yeah. No, after I
Lem-
created it, I held her bracelet. And I did, and since I have, yay. Tim's hooked me up with a professional studio, because of the, you know, the language of light transmissions just come through me, and I can't run to a studio. So I have my own studio here now.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Man, you picked a good one, didn't you?
Well, because
you picked a good divine partner.
Well, that's how it works.
Yeah.
I don't, you know, these transmissions come through, and if I don't get, that's it, they're gone. So I held her bracelet, and I already had been in tuning to her bracelet, And I picked, you know, that blue, that dark blue, beautiful energy. I have one as well, Sisters of the Sacred Rose. It's well, the Blu-ray with the pearls. And, you know, those energies came through, but the pearls wanted to come for hers as well. And after I created it, I held it and I just turned on the microphone, and that's
Wow.
through.
Here,
And,
let's listen to it.
okay.
Hang on. Let me move this out of the way. All right, here we go.
Blessings, Morgan. Blessings, Morgan.
Wow. Holy mackerel. That was powerful, man. Wow. That was amazingly powerful. So you did that in one take? You just sat down and got the mic out and did it?
Of course.
Wow. As
That's
we would say back in the streets where I grew up. That girl's spitting some shift. That was good. That was incredible.
Thank you. Tim loved it so much. He's like, record that. I'm like, just that's it. That's just what came. So when and I felt the energy. So as I was able to bring it through, I got it. So I got it. So that a frequency of 2 minutes there, I got it. Do you know what I mean? I was able to make the connection from source. But that was a beautiful thing for Morgan. I into what I saw. I mean, what I experience and what I see is the goddess. So that song, or that, when it came through, I had visions, and I hear stuff again in the frequency is it's, and forgive me because to share, you know, about Morgan, but what I see is that Morgan is a goddess. We're all goddesses. We're remembering, we're awakening to the sacred divine feminine, and that song is like a song of her goddess nature, of her many aspects. And it was like I saw many of the sacred divine feminine aspects of Morgan, and her like being in her true like sacred divine feminine goddess essence and her expression. And also it was like the sacred divine feminine and the goddess sharing and speaking through us, but through her.
Mm-hmm.
And what came through will be activational understanding and awakening up for her, to empower her. Because I kept hearing like, this is the time, these are the codes, this is our awakening, this is who we are, this is the sacred divine feminine. I am singing your song, I am this divine being of the sacred divine feminine goddess. It's hard to speak words that I am empathing and I'm experiencing, because it's so much more than that.
Yeah.
Like it's so much more. And that's why that is a frequency of the divine that has like a multi-dimensional field of resonance of awakening. And I'm just really touched, and that happened for Morgan, that I could it's like part of the sistership is what I feel.
Yeah.
The
It's
sistership.
it's almost, well, I don't know, maybe it is, but it's almost like what you're describing as I listen to you is, so you basically merged. And in that merging, not only did you see the multidimensional divine feminine aspects, the goddess aspects of her, all the different ones, but also there was some type of collective divine feminine multidimensional consciousness as well, all the sisters. But that you actually gave that to her. Somebody just put up a comment here that's kind of similar. Saw that with Morgan as well, and needed to hold space for her full embodiment. That's, as the individual goes, so goes the collective. Like the full embodiment of the divine feminine. That was a powerful 2 minute and 15-second transmission. That was extremely powerful.
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. And what you shared is what I felt, because it's not always like easy as a Blu-ray empath to put words to what I'm experiencing. And that was kind of exactly what I was experiencing, because I saw Morgan walking as this beautiful goddess and all the aspects surrounding her of the sacred divine feminine, and me too. Like we're all a part of it, this whole entire level. Like it's across the board, we're a part of it. And yes. So thank you for sharing it in that way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, and I don't know if that's the right word. I'm just saying that there's an accessibility that you have, let's just say in the non-physical and the ethers, you connected to this particular sister, and from that connection was your multidimensionality, her multidimensionality, and the collective divine feminine multidimensionality, goddesses. To me, that's yeah. I mean, it's a powerful transmission and activation.
Absolutely. And it's beautiful on both ways, that I, to share it, but for also it to be received. It's both, you see, it's both ways. Being able to bring it through, being able to share it with Morgan, and then for Morgan to be able to receive it.
Yeah.
Sacred divine feminine too. And for us to be able to share it, then it's that back and forth, a blessing and momentum of that beautiful balance, because it brings it forth in this reality. It's interesting that I on Easter I've gotten it's been a really incredible, different time, unlike any other time, of course, as you know, Todd, we're in an unlike time than we've ever been before. For me, I've been experiencing just such extreme depth of a new way, of a new frequency. It was interesting because right as I came on, this is more of my morning time, and where I meditate and I connect. And I had to sing some songs. I had to go outside and connect with Solara, who I call is the sun.
Mm-hmm.
And I was singing a song, a transmission, right as we were coming on, because I needed to do that, and I needed to just feel the connection and the divinity, so that I could be a better vehicle, the best vehicle that I can be, and however for our connection here. And so I sang a song and a transmission and the codes, the connection to the codes at this particular time. And it was very in that way too, that really feminine goddess song. And I sing it, and I've been asking some questions too, and they tell me what's going on, about, for me, what's going on. And I said, what is this? What is this coming through? Because it feels very powerful, and I could feel the multi levels, the sacred divine feminine, almost like, the goddess, as I'm tuning in and connecting with her, and then the levels, and then the layers of all of that multi-dimensional level that is so here for us right now, more I feel than any other time. And it's because of what's happening in our world right now.
Yeah.
Dynamics of what's happening in our world right now, and on multi levels. And she said, this is the new frequency of the new earth. And I said, the new frequency of the new earth? What is that? Why? And what does that mean? And she said, this is when she says new frequency of the new earth, she said, this is the counterbalance of the united heart field of light within all of you. And so that is why they say it's a new frequency. And it's a counterbalance to what is occurring upon this earth right now. And that's why they say it's a new frequency, and it's a new frequency, the new earth, because it's a united field. It comes from, I love this. And whatever I share right now, I'm feeling like I'm starting to feel a little bit more connected, like as I would be almost in a session.
Right.
When I'm in a session, I always say, please tune into your own empathic body template, what feels right for you. Some things will feel right for you. Some things won't. Some things may be in the future. Take what is right for you, and you'll know this by your empathic wisdom. Your body template will tell you. And so this new frequency is like the new earth, but it comes through our united heart field, our conscious, our like unlimited, eternal, conscious field that already exists, which is a technology in itself. And that's why we love technology on this planet. We love technology. However, we don't realize sometimes the technology that we have within ourselves, it's just as powerful, or maybe, probably, Todd, more powerful than the technologies
Absolutely.
that we see. Okay.
Absolutely, it is. No doubt.
So this heart field, it's like our united heart field of our eternal consciousness. That's in this template, in this reality, where we're accessing it, the actual space that we're accessing it, is through the body, and it's through the sacred divine feminine essence, but through the heart space, through the higher heart space. That's kind of like, that's how we do it on this planet. We have to have a physicality. Our bodies are a template, the physicality. And so I got that right before, but I've been getting how important that the frequency is, because now I can hear, multi-level frequencies happening all at the same time, at least 2 or 3. And some of them are a little disturbing, because I'm like, what is that? What is that? And sometimes I say things like, I have been in the last however long this has been going on in our world. I'll say to spirit, or I'll say to whoever, I'll say, you know what? You can't get past me. You can't get this past me. I'm an empath. I'm an empath sensitive. Okay. We're empath sensitives upon this planet. You can't get past this through me, because I will experience this and I will feel it. It's not going to get beyond me. I'm not downtrodden with electronics and frequency. My being, why I came here upon this planet, was to be an ultra-sensitive empath through the sacred divine feminine, so that I could have that expression, that divinity, that ability, and so that I could connect with others upon this planet in a greater resonancy field as an empath sensitive, because we are spiritual generators of energy. We're a technology. We are spiritual energies, our prayers, our intent, especially being an empath, has a power and a divinity. It literally generates spiritual energy. And collectively, I almost feel like that's what we've been working on for so long, is so that we could become the true essence of what we're here to come to be.
Impenetrable.
And exactly, as it ultra incest empath sensitive, my divinity and my power, and it comes through the sacred divine feminine. This is this lost aspect, and that's why us women and the sacred feminine are really carrying this. Before I go on, I want to share a dream with you, but I also want to just tune in, because I know I'm just speaking, because this is my time where I'm just connecting in, and it is so more powerful. It seems so more powerful right now.
Just do what you got to do. It's all good.
I miss you.
Miss you.
I miss you. I miss Morgan, and I miss you. And I know we'll connect, more soon.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, this thing's just getting started.
Let's get started. I like that.
I think the summer's gonna. Well, Morgan had been talking about May. May's always been huge for me since I woke up, or actually a couple of years before I woke up.
Okay.
Particularly the last 10 days in May seems to always be the biggest part of the year, almost like I don't know, getting shot out of a cannon, something like that. But the way things are moving, and like what you're describing, this field that's impenetrable, anything that comes at it can be transformed. It's got choice, like you said, super empath. You're going to feel everything. Nothing's going to get by. Telepathy is rising. And, I think even more importantly, it's like, what do we do with these gifts? And now I think this is the point we're getting to. What do we do with these gifts? We transform in the moment by moment.
Absolutely, Todd. In the last, since Easter, I've just gotten so much information. I put a channel out about Blu-ray Empath channel about, the ascension symptoms. I put a video out because I really, from my heart wanted to share. That's part of my service, is to share the language of light and to share the codes that are coming through the language of light, and something beautiful. So I put out a video at Easter, and it seems to be being pretty accepted and empowered. And Easter Eve, I got a dream. And in this dream, and it was really significant, I'm not as a dreamer as much as my physical reality. I'm can tune in. I'm a great meditator. Now I'm so attuned to the Devic spirits, which gives me an extra divinity of connection. They'll be right there with me when I need them or call on them. And so in the dream, so it's a Easter Eve, it's the day before Easter, and I had this dream, and there were 3 women, and I was one of them. And I feel like this is all symbolic too of 3, the sacred Trinity. And we were all ready to give birth. We were all very, very pregnant. And I mean, we were all just on the verge. And of all 3, and there was all 3 of us. And all 3 of us were with our partners. We were couples. And our partners were very close to us too. Like we were doing this together with our couples. But the woman was giving the birth. And we were all preparing, and we were all getting ready, and we were all connected, and we didn't know which one was going to have birth first, but it was going to be any moment. It could be like any time. And so one couple had her baby. And so I'm going to say these words, okay? And just forgive me if I don't say them appropriately or if it's right. This is the best way I can describe it.
Don't cuss.
Because I think the outcome for me, I got an understanding of why this was. So the woman who gave birth, her and her sacred masculine, they were very Caucasian white people. And they gave birth to a baby that was a different color. Okay. So than them. And I was shown the baby, and the baby was very, very dark and had a lot of beautiful thick hair. And so it was from them, but it was different than what they thought that the baby was going to come out to be. Okay. So I felt that I was shown that because I truly feel that this essence, this transformation, everything that's happening is coming from the sacred masculine and the divine feminine.
Yeah.
That balance, right? Coming together and what can be created. And it's coming through, but the sacred divine feminine template, you see?
Yes.
That's how it's birthed through, like how I guess it's done on this planet.
Yeah.
And
this was Easter? Was this when this happened? Easter?
this was when I woke up on Easter.
On Easter, okay.
That night. And because the baby was different than what looked like the parents, what that showed me, but the baby was beautiful and healthy and wonderful, okay, in a different color. Like I got so much information in my meditation was that it's going to look different than what we thought it was.
Yes.
It's still happening. This is the new earth. The new earth, whatever you call it, the new earth is ascension. It's just going to have a different aspect. It's going to look different than we thought. And what we thought, do you know what I mean? Sometimes places boundaries or limitations on it. Do you see?
Yeah.
But what's going to happen is something wonderful and gorgeous and beautiful and a new birth, unlike what we've seen before. But it's coming through. It's that sacred Trinity as well. I think that's why, it's 333. When you think about it, it's the 333, the new earth.
Yeah.
Three couples. Each couple was a sacred Trinity, bringing forth the God essence. And I want to share, whether you are in a partnership or not, you can be in a partnership, and partnerships are on the rise, I would say, since last year. your partnership is with yourself.
Yeah.
I have a sacred masculine and a sacred feminine within my own being that creates the sacred Holy Trinity of God essence. Now I have a sacred masculine partner that's an actual physical manifestation.
No wonder you're glowing. Hey, let me just point out
Okay.
3 things. Well, because
Yes.
this is synchronistic and validates some things. So 2 women on here are talking about their vision and or dreams working in 3s. And then one of them, I think Candace referred to it as triplets, three sisters. And then
Yes.
Morgan just put up something I was going to mention. That's why I asked about when did it happen? Because at the equinox, I'll just read her statement. So we were shown at equinox that many couples had energetically conceived the golden child to be birthed back on the planet in time for December solstice. So I guess what I'm saying is that there's 2 women in here, Morgan's 3. I mean, all the stories aren't exactly the same, but that 3 keeps coming up, and we all know this is the Trinity that we've entered. Yeah, keep going.
Well, this is why it's so good at this time. Well, there's so much happening right now, Todd. The sharing is so important because of it's interesting what's happening is there's an aspect that's happening in our planet right now, and I'm not going to go into details because we don't need to. We all know what's going on. We all know what's going on, and we're getting information that is right for us personally.
Yeah.
But one thing is it's almost like a downtrodden. It almost feels like an energy of trying to downtrodden us. There's almost like an energy that wants to separate us. And what's happening is because of that is giving us an opportunity, because there are extraordinary opportunities that are happening because of what's happening.
Yes. Yeah.
What I've seen is that I'm experiencing so much more kindness and compassion and care and connection, even though we are in a time where we're supposed to be more distant from each other. I'm experiencing more of and more genuineness, because it's like what that system that was in place kind of is almost like this. Okay, it's kind of out here on the wayside a little bit. We're not fully so entrenched, believe it or not, we're not so fully entrenched in the system 24/7. Things are opening up for us so that we can experience more, like even here in Sedona. Now, I'm honoring what's happening in our world. I am being respectful of what's happening in our world. Okay, so I'm doing what's respectful because I'm honoring other people as well. So I'm pretty inward here. However, that's kind of my natural stance during certain times. A lot of us empath sensitives, this is kind of natural and normal for us. This is so way out there for us. We're used to taking time to be inward. We need it. We have to have those particular times. When I go out when I have to get food and
Uh-oh. Well, she'll come back in a second. Here, I'm going to put on this audio. Let's see.
I don't know if you,
oh, there she back. You're back. You stopped when you talked about you're about to come out of your.
It was so intense.
Say something.
Okay.
Okay, wait, let's stop. Let's back up. Hang on.
Okay.
Because you froze. You're about to come through with some powerful activation or something. So it stopped when you said you were about to leave your cave. And you were going to go.
Well, my favorite is my temple. This is my temple.
Yeah.
And when I went out there, it was a different energy. Also in the vortexes were different energy as well.
And how was that? What do you mean different?
Well, there wasn't a ton of intensity of people.
Okay.
And there's so much traffic here. That fell away. So it's like this opening. I go to the vortex and I'm driving down. I do my recycling, because at my recycling center, where it is in a beautiful place, gorgeous place with trails and everything. And so that I did my recycling. And so then I go down across the street to Cathedral. It's not a trail that's a big trailhead that's closed or anything. So I'm driving down there and I'm driving and I'm going, oh my goddess, what is this? What is this? What is this? What am I experiencing here? I get out of the car because I have ultrasensitive, empathic, clairaudience hearing. That's one of my gifts. That's what I do. And I get out of the car and I just like look around and I go, what is going on? And what I got was that I was hearing the vortex.
Mm.
And it was so much stronger and so much louder because I could sense out in the field of where I was, like on the whole conscious level. And there was like less people out there in the vortexes. And the people in the vortexes a lot of them are unconscious and they're coming into the vortexes and they're being activated, they're releasing their stuff and then they're leaving hurriedly or something like that. So they're not all conscious, but the vortex is affecting them, right?
Yeah.
Because it has to. It's the nature of what the vortex is. That's what it does. It's like the sun. The sun shines. It's the nature of what it needs to do.
Yeah, those vortexes in Sedona are powerful. They'll spin you out in schizophrenia. You'll have a schizophrenic frequency. No.
Well, yeah. No. If it's just depending.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
It's just
Well,
depending.
and the times aren't playing now. You know, they're not playing. I mean, it's this whole thing with the quarantine or whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
I mean, that's creating an energy of solitude, isolation, self-introspection, and that's it. The unveiling is on. Game on. Yeah. So you noticed a difference in the vortexes. You noted differences in when you went to the grocery store or different places on the streets and that type of thing.
Everywhere. And I noticed a difference and we talked about this, I remember last time, but it is accelerated on another level.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that it is right there. Everything is right there. The realm, the divinity, our connection is right there.
That resonates.
It is more than I have ever experienced. The other thing that I experience is that, and we're all at different levels. So what's important is we need to do what our empathic, intuitive wisdom is telling us to do, because that is right for you at this time.
Yeah.
For me, since this happened in the very beginning, before we got more and more quarantine, the Devas came in and told me what this was, and I believed them because they told me twice. Then I got information later about what this was. Finally, there was more information coming out. And I was so guided to connect this unity heart grid field, to be in my power, to be in my divine power, and to connect. And because it's so important, because it's so important that we feel connected.
Yeah.
It's so important that we know our true power. We have, what I feel is, Todd, is I feel we're being shown our power,
Yes.
real power, because, and I'm really sorry for everyone and anyone who has gotten, this has really hurt through their businesses. We're kind of all slow now. I'm sorry for all that it's, you know, the businesses, they say that's gone down. I'm truly sorry for that. But but we haven't all, you know, we're being shown a lot. We're being shown that, guess what? We haven't all died, or half of us have died. Hardly any of us. Hardly any of us. The people that are getting the flu, they're getting well. Yes, people die from the flu every year. This is our reality. We're being shown, I believe, how powerful we are, because guess what happened? We didn't go down.
Right.
Like we did not go down. Instead, we've become, what I've seen, more compassionate, more connected, more loving, more in tune people, beings that know our true power, because
More
we
present.
have a
More.
significant power right now. I've experienced it more than I ever have.
Yeah.
And now this is my forte. I come from the sacred divine feminine. I'm embodiment goddess, angelic, and mother, that connecting energy. And our unity field has always been important to me. That's always been what I'm here to do, is through this place. That's why I live in this place. But because that has so much more of a powerful strength of unity. I can utilize the field of the vortexes because they connect to all the ley lines and all the sacred spaces throughout the world. And through that, information comes to me as well. And the realms are so open here, as you know. But at this time, we have a significant power, and we need to know this.
Yeah.
Not it's and now it's because if I can hear a frequency, if I can hear it, see it, know it, experience a frequency, guess what I can do? And guess what we can do? We can shift it and change it.
Mm-hmm.
If we can know it, experience it, see it, because we all have our different gifts.
Mm-hmm.
That's a powerful divinity. Now,
Yeah.
if we couldn't experience, see it, or know it, then we would have less power. But that's why we're in paths. That's why we've been working all of this time. Now, it's coming out different. We didn't expect it maybe that it was going to look like this. But we have a great divinity and power, and we're being shown that. I'm being shown that. And we have so much more power than we realize. And I think a lot of times we're just so bound in by the system and so much going on all the time that now those things are being lifted. Each one of us has such a power. And you know, some of this power that we have is very practical, okay? And it is supporting each other.
She froze again. She'll come back. She'll come back. Feel a lot of alignment on this show.
Giving our
is.
energy. And
She's coming back.
my back.
Hang on. It's coming.
Do you hear me, Todd? Okay.
Yes. Okay, you're back now.
Okay, because we're spiritual generators of frequency. So we have practical things that we can do now. And I first of all want to thank every single person that has given from their heart and their spirit to me. every single person that comments on what I put out, every single person that comments, Todd, on your shows,
Mm,
that gives comments, that gives the thumbs up, okay, that shares it, every single person that shares the things that I'm putting out, that's supporting me.
yeah.
That's you giving your energy and saying yes of your spiritual energy and your support. That's ways that we give support to each other. And I'm really, really grateful to every single person that does, every single person that comments on the videos, that shares your videos, that shares our material. That's a power and divinity.
Mm.
And that power and divinity, we don't realize it sometimes. It's praise. It's powerful because we don't like unpraise. That's
But
why we all follow the game. That's why everyone
yeah,
follows the game because, oh gosh, they don't want to be unpraised. So we have a divinity and we have a power,
yeah,
and we haven't gone down. And
no,
I feel that we are learning more, that we have a power in divinity. One of those things that I feel that's really important, we need to support small businesses. I think we really, really need to support in the best way that we possibly can, support small businesses.
hmm,
Because little businesses, I'm a little business, little businesses, farmers market, all of those, go out of your way. And if you can't support them, give them money, tell them thank you for being here, because a lot of the small businesses are having a hard time. And so what's happening is big conglomerates, which of power, and we got to realize that we have power and we need that. We need the small businesses. We need those energies, and we can do it in so many ways.
yeah.
Um,
Well, I think the praise thing is a big deal because of what we all been through. We kind of thought, hey, we can't praise ourselves. That's called pride or ego. But you're right. We're still here through everything. Fluoride, GMOs, chemtrails, archons,
everything.
uh, being duped,
Yeah.
the whole polarities, duality, the war mentality between the sexes and otherwise. I mean, we've made it through all of this. I'm with you. Um, it's more than giving ourselves credit. It is praise. It is praise.
Praise.
Praising ourselves in from that humble core of the soul is praising the universe.
Exactly. And praising each other. I'm like, that gives me energy. When
Mhm.
people just, they say something, they comment or they share, that's assisting the energy, that support. And I guess what I want to say is that you're powerful.
Mhm.
You think you're not powerful, and let's say you think you're not doing it. You're doing it. You're doing that by being aware, by being empathic, by being connected. We all have different levels and different times that we're doing different things for each other. And sometimes I'm going to be praising you, and sometimes I'm going to be, just holding the presence. This unity field for me, Todd, is a huge deal because I feel it's a strength and a divinity and a power. And I think we need to go to the next level with it. We need to go, there's another level that we need to go.
I absolutely agree with you. I was saying that as I was talking to Ariana on the last show. She explained a lot of stuff very well. So, these visions and dreams and experiences that, Morgan, two women in the audience, you, and I'm sure many, many more, some that we've talked to on the show, that in regard to the birth of the golden child, the conception of the golden child, be somewhere between equinox and Easter, whatever, I don't know. But in order for that to happen, that would mean that the feminine and the masculine came to equanimity. They came to that place, to that womb of the mother. So now we're seeing, at least to me, this full embodiment of the divine feminine. Like, you can't be a mother until you have a child, right? Now there's a child in the womb. And like you said, it's going through the divine feminine template. So it's creating a more powerful divine feminine in this time that we've come here for. You know, it's happening. Um, and I think this is where the dance is really starting to get good. But I agree with you, whether it's the feminine or the masculine, the soul, however you want to look at it, it is time, not because there's anything, you know, going to happen cataclysmically, or we have a timeline, or we're running out of time, but this power is available to us. It's there. There's no veil, and we can engage this, and man, this can change immediately in all moments, in all aspects of our experience.
I, I agree. What I'm experiencing is that I'm experiencing a lot of, I call it ascension shift symptoms, tons of them, and I put them out in the channel. The other thing that I'm experiencing that is more of is the essence, the embodiment, the essence of those beings that I'm close to, that I pray to.
Right.
I'm embodying their essence. So Mother Mary, Sophia, those beings, when I connect with them, I don't just pray to them.
Yeah.
I bring them in, and Mother Mary of my own essence, the rose ray of my own heart reflected me, that is me. Those beings that come to me are a reflection of who we are.
Yes.
And so when I bring them forth, because I do still, like, they're my tribe, like you are my tribe. I embody their essence of who they are.
Yeah.
If it's Kuan Yin, then I embody that embodiment of the compassion of Kuan Yin, that part of me that is her, because she is a reflection of me. And now it's the embodiment of that essence.
Yeah.
Because I have that essence. You have that essence within you. And she is the reflection. These are the reflections of who we are. We haven't, we've been taught the separation to give our power away to a deity, whatever deity that is, okay, to intercede for us. And to a certain aspect, I understand that. At certain levels, I understand that, because that's where you're at and that's where you can be. But that's not where most of us are at now. We're at the embodiment.
Yeah.
And
so what does that feel like to you personally, as you've been working with these essences for many, many years? And we talked about this before, a lot of people have brought it up, how they start to embody those things that they were accessing that seem to be external. But you talked about this last time, and I mean, how does that feel on the human part, on the woman? What does that feel like, or what's that experience been like as these different aspects of you are embodying within you?
it feels natural and normal. It's we've been through it.
Yeah.
We've been through the integrated time, and this is, it's just it just seems normal and natural.
Yeah.
Like, this is who I am, this is who you are, and this is, like, we didn't think, like, before, like when the new baby came out and it was different. I may have thought of the new earth to be different 10 years ago, 5 years ago. Now I'm experiencing it. And I feel like that this is the new earth. It is the
Yeah.
embodiment. And because that's the next level that has to happen. We can't continue
Sure.
because of the separation.
That's right.
This is a dry cough because it's spring.
Don't call for my face. I'm kidding.
The
But
separation.
but you
Because
know, huh?
that's where we've been, is the separation.
Yeah.
But we had to come from the separation. We had to transform that separation within our own being, and the separation was always here.
Yeah.
Don't ever get that close to God. Don't ever think of it. Don't ever be it. Don't ever do it. Always give your power away. Always. You're not worthy. Don't even think of it. So you'll always be here. You'll always be here. You can never rise because you don't want to embody the spirit, the true spirit of what God essence is. And we don't know that. None of us knows it until we get there. We
Yeah.
don't know what it's like until you have that baby in your hand.
Yeah.
And it's incredible. Now, I've never given real birth in that way, but I'm really connected.
You're pregnant. You're pregnant. No wonder you're all pregnant. No wonder you're glowing. So it would seem to me that it would make sense to me that the more we actually, because you call in soul fragments, you align or release or transform traumatic human incarnating experiences that we've had, but to embody and you anchor in wisdom that comes through channelings, transmissions, and all that. But to embody the essences themselves, the dragons, the goddesses, all of those things would like begets like. A frequency is going to, a combination of frequencies of the vibration of a soul is going to attract the same thing from the external, which includes the non-physical, which is what we're talking about. So if that happens, then to me, the environment that soul exists in is going to match it, to include the non-physical, the elemental, the galactic, the whole 9 yards. So I guess where I would go from there is, how would someone that's waking up, or someone that's even been doing this a while, that's been receiving from different divine essences or angelics or galactics or elementals or whatever, how would they go about consciously embodying these aspects within themselves? Does that make sense?
Yes. It's something, it's like the natural occurrences. It's the natural occurrence that happens when you're on the path. And I will continue to be on my path. I don't know what the next level is. And the most important thing is that you attune and you know the frequency. You know your own frequency, which is important, especially for an empath sensitive. We need to know what is ours. Yeah. It's almost like you need to get to a place. This is what I'm going to say, because this is what's coming from my lineage and my understanding. And this is what I've had to do. This is what I've had to do personally. Mm-hmm. Because what hasn't always been easy. Okay, it hasn't. Time before was challenging because I had to strengthen my own personal field. I almost feel like before you can do that, you have to have a strong resonancy field within your own being. You have to know who you are. Mm-hmm. To feel the presence of your own self. You have to be comfortable with your core essence. And as empath sensitives, a lot of times we've picked up a lot of stuff, and we're picking up a lot of stuff. Now, it's dual. It's a gift. It's a divinity. It's a power that's been lost. It's our connection. But see, we weren't taught how to use it. We just got here. No one gave us the book. We had to just fumble it out and figure it out ourselves and find each other and find the information. And we had to transform this genetic things of our families, our lines, and all of these things. As you do that, as you become more clear and not all attached to some of those programmings that you have, and you start feeling your true essence, you become stronger. I feel like you have to become stronger within your own field, because when you become stronger within your own field, then you know the difference, right? You know the difference when maybe something will come in your field, but you're,
Yeah.
you know, and because there's certain things that you want to transform that will come into your field, okay? So when you're at that space, then you can come, then, because when you're talking about the embodiment, what you're talking about, Todd, this is what I'm going to say and what I've experienced,
Yes.
is something that we are. Our
Yes.
divinity, our divine original blueprint is that. These are things that have been disconnected. This is one way to get there, what I'm sharing with you.
Yes.
Those things have been disconnected. When I have connected over the years, merged this specific kind of communication with the ascended masters, with Lady Nada, Lord Sanat Kumara, Lady Venus, some of these other beings that have come, these ascended masters. We did not speak.
Right.
We did what I felt was natural to me. This was natural. We merged.
Mm-hmm.
We merged in this way that was normal and natural to me. And when we merged in this way, it wasn't like a taking away of each other's power in any way. It was a complete holding our own field with other. And when you can, as we held our own field with each other, we were able to merge in each other's presence. And that was normal. It's a normal thing. It's who we are. That's been taken away from us. So I have been used to that. I've been used to that when they would come, because that's how they communicated with me, was through the power of the essence. And what would happen is I would get stronger and more empowered in my own being.
Yeah.
So how you could do that is, first of all, to know that that is a normal, natural process of who we are, of our divinity. It's a higher way to communicate and connect. Tim and I, we do that. We're apart a lot, but we do it every night. We try to do it every night at a certain time. And first, we empower our own energies. And I don't ever want to merge with Tim's higher self or connect with him until I'm ready. I tell my higher self, merge with Tim, merge my higher self with Tim's higher self when I am ready, when I'm completely in my divine field. When I'm completely in my divine field and I feel in my spirit and in alignment, then I can come into the presence. And so when Mother Mary comes in, or Sophia, I recognize her. I feel my own essence, my divinity, and I ask for the essence. I breathe in the essence of the Sophia light within my own self. And then I feel that essence within me. I feel it, right? She's right with me right now. And we merge. And I become more powerful and more connected. So now I'm not one, because we're never, see, the illusion was we were separate.
Right.
The illusion was we come down here and that no one knows what I'm feeling. No one knows what I'm thinking. No one knows I'm so alone. Well, you're wrong. They do. Consciousness does. We are connected. So this is a divinity and a power that's being reestablished. It's something normal and it's something natural something that it's important for us to do. And it's something, so that's the one aspect of it. And then the other one is the combination of the connection. I was talking to my dearest, bestest friend, Mary Angelico. She's an incredible, enlightened, beautiful being of the heart. And she was telling me about her experience of, remember when we had that big group meditation?
Yeah.
Everyone was at the same time. It was on the Pluto. We had that conjunction, that planetary conjunction. And she was telling me about how it happened to her and how she was meditating, being in her own space. And she was like, and all of a sudden, she felt it. You'll feel a difference. You'll tune in, bam, there it is. It's like you got connected. It's like when you come online.
Yeah.
You get connected, and then there's the power grid. There's the unity. And it's amazing. Now what we need to do is on a physical level and on a spiritual level is now we need to take it to another level. We need to start actually being a little bit more powerful.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm with you.
Pardon?
I'm with you on that. And I think it's happening. We've got another show in 14 minutes.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah. No, that was beautiful. I mean, this is great. Did you want to do anything before we head out the door? It's up to you. I mean, you've done a lot for us. I mean, it's been a powerful hour and 20 minutes.
Well, I got the Sedona Angel on too.
Oh yeah.
I have my Sedona Angel pendant. It's
beautiful.
The Sedona Angel is also it's an actual energy that I've connected with the Sedona Angel. That song that came that's now on pop radio that Tim wrote that for me about the language of light. So that song, and this is the pendant that was created, and you can have the pendant as well. And that song is so special because, that's our mission is the music. Our mission is to be in alignment and love with each other first. And what's created was that music. And Sedona Angel is about an angel of Sedona and the language of light. And it's about the light workers. Yeah. It's about the light workers of the world shining their light.
You're creating a new genre.
And so, that's for us, we're all working together. That song, if you can find it, Sedona Angel, it's on CD Baby, it's on YouTube, find that song, to hear that song, empower that song, let that song empower you and know that it's about you. And so I just want to share because that's such a beautiful of a combination of us, coming together and creating this. Yeah. Our mission is an expanded mission out to the world. And we have Wahia. Wahia was literally a true transmission, Todd. Do you know? And I wanted that. Do you know like how I sang that transmission that came forth through Morgan? And yeah, it's one take. It comes through and it's over. It's done. That's it.
Yeah, I played that last time. That's a great one. I played that one.
That transmission is a real transmission now that's also going out into the world. And it is Wahia. And that transmission is about the fairies and the devas. That's their song to humanity. They sing it in their own language, the sacred language, and then they sang in English too, that song. Yeah. So hear that song, because that song is about the different realms coming together and bringing that out more into the world. So I just ask if to listen to it, to empower it, let it empower you. Yeah, there's just, yeah.
Sedona Angel was played, for those of you who came in late, Sedona Angels played at the beginning of the show. It was played at the beginning of the show, the video.
And I'll have that. Pardon?
It was a video. Yes, it was a video.
It was made into a video by it's on YouTube, a CD Baby, it's out for it, and Wahia as well. And then Keith Allen Kay made a video. He was so inspired by it as well.
Oh yeah, he's phenomenal.
He
Keith
was
Allen
so
Kay's phenomenal.
inspired by it that he created a video of all, because I was with him in the beginning when he created the angel wings. I was his muse. I was his muse with the angel wings. And what do you think? I mean, he started creating these angel wings and he's been doing it ever since. So
he does a lot of incredible stuff, doesn't he?
Oh, he did incredible stuff. So he put a video together of the work that we had done over the years in the angelic energy, because he was so inspired by Sedona Angel. So I have that, on my wall as well. So, so just view, accept, support you, Todd. Please support Todd. Please support Todd and his show and what he's doing, because what I've seen is, I've been so grateful to receive a lot of information. People was sending me a lot of information and videos. And because of that, and I took what was right for me. I received information that was right for me. Right. We're supporting each other, and you're, reaching people, and you're bringing in people that we normally don't hear from. A lot of times you're also hearing from people that we do, but people we don't hear about, and we need to hear our stories.
Yes.
Help we feel connected. So we want to support each other. We want to support you, Todd. So support Todd, please. Support his show. Yeah. Do what you can to support Todd and his show, and support us. We need to support each other more than ever before. Whatever you can do, whatever you're guided to do. If you can give a donation, please do that. If you can share it, if you can comment it, if you can do other things, if you can make more connections. The other thing, Todd, that I'm seeing now, I'm getting there's all these different people that are great out there. There's all these different websites. There's all these different groups, and there's these gatherings, right? David Icke was incredible. I mean, his last thing that he put out was incredible. I so agree with some of the things that he had to share about who we are in our energy. There's these different websites and all these different people. Okay. What I feel is we need to see a little bit more of the common thread within each other.
Yeah.
We can be a little separate in our new age spiritual. I don't know what to call us. Sometimes we can be a little this or that with each other. We all need to find the common thread.
Yeah.
Find the common thread. Find the common light. We may not all agree exactly with what is coming forth with what's being shared, but there are some things that we do agree upon, because we all have a piece to the puzzle.
That's right.
This piece, because I'm a feminine, and that's what I'm supposed to be. And I'm from the angelic realm. And I connect in those energies. That's the piece that I have. I can sing in the language of light. Now I had to have 3 near-death experiences to get the frequency.
Well, they had to make some adjustments on your throat chakra.
We had to make some adjustments. I want us to, Todd, if we could come more together with a lot of the larger groups.
Yeah.
And maybe if you could do that, some of the larger groups, is his name Sasha Stone? He holds Congress in the world to petition for things in our world. And I always believe we need that. We need some of these larger groups to come together and utilize what each other has.
Yeah.
If this group can come together with more scientific information and spiritual information, well, then this group over here, who are these amazing healers who can pray and intend, should be praying for that group when they're making their predictions. We should all be coming together on a common thread. That's what we need to do. That's what I feel. That's what I feel.
It's happening. It's happening. And I keep hearing an echo. No, I gotta go. I got 5.5 minutes, and we're gonna start 5 minutes late because I've I'm burning up over here, man. What a transmission. Love you.
I love you. I love you, Todd. And I thank you so much, all of you, for supporting me it means so much to my heart. I feel it so much. Every single person that shares my video or any, I look at your name, I put a little heart on there, and I thank you. I so appreciate you. We so appreciate each other. We need to really appreciate each other right now.
That's right. You got that right. Tell Tim I said hello. Tell him congratulations on the new baby. I'll see you later. Love you. Bye-bye.